What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video right here we have a brand new Tesla P100D. This is like the cream of the crop in the Tesla world. This is the pretty much the fastest one they produce. It is in here for a ceramic coating on there. Currently we're in the process of decontaminating it. We're doing a chemical decontamination on it. The vehicle is about 2 months old, and what I want to really show you guys is even a 2-month-old vehicle, how much contaminants is actually on the paint. And being white, you can see that a lot more clearly than you could like a darker colored car like a black or a dark gray or something like that. So I wanted to use this car right here as an example. We're going to cover a couple other little topics today. We're going to get into the shop here for a ceramic coating. Alright guys, before I get any further into the video here, I'm going to talk about the washing process I'm going to be doing here. I'm just going to give myself a little plug for future videos. I'm going to be going a bit more in depth than this one right here, and may potentially cause some controversy. And what I'm talking about here is I'm not going to be using a 2-bucket method. I have 2 buckets here, but what I'm doing with them is one of them has black tiles in there, so it's basically dedicated strictly for wheels, and one of them has all my 600 GSM high quality microfiber towels in another bucket that I'm going to be using for the whole washing process. I'm going to briefly demonstrate that here. I'm going to be getting into, in a future video like I just mentioned, a lot more in depth than what is basically done with the process, and why I truly believe this is a better washing process and technique than using the traditional 2-bucket method with the grit guards and things like that. I do have grit guards in these buckets here, but again, like I said, I'm going a lot more in depth in a future video of why I do a 1-bucket method and how I do it exactly. So with that being said, let's get into the washing. Alright, we now have the Tesla here in the shop. Upon bringing it in, drying it off, doing a full thorough inspection on the paint, I can see what I'm up against here. Let's see here, grab the light, and there's one little issue. So let me give you a little backstory real quick. This car is 2 months old. It belongs to a client I've had for about 5-6 years now. He went from an M5 to a Tesla. On the Tesla here, there's been some little issues with it. He had the rear quarter had to be resprayed, the front bumper, and I think the front quarter panel on this side. There's a little issue in the other one I'll show you here in just a second, but when they resprayed this, there is just a couple of light buffer trails here in the quarter panel and some light scratches, so we're going to go ahead and just polish that one little section out, but there is also some overspray right here on the glass that needs to be cleaned up and taken care of. Also, if you look right here on the chrome, you can see I think they nicked it or marked it or something when they were probably working on it here, but nothing we can do about that chrome. And it's nothing crazy bad, it's just when you're really looking at it, you can see the little flaws. Now coming around here to the other side, we have one little small flaw right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably just be able to spot treat that, polish that up without having to have this whole panel respray, which is what Tesla wants to do. We're not gonna go that route. We're gonna get that cleaned up without having to do a full respray on that panel. Alright, a little bit of a predicament here, guys. Battery is almost dead. I have 2 extra batteries, except a buddy of mine has borrowed them. I have not received them back yet. So we're going to see how much fun we can get done as far as the coating goes here on the car. Real quick, going to be using the ISM 2.0 coating here on the vehicle. This is the new version of the ISM coating. I've been using the Kamikaze line for several years now. This is going to give you roughly 3+ years protection. A lot of that depends on how you're going to maintain and keep the vehicle. This vehicle right here gets garage. I maintain it every couple of weeks, so there's no reason why he can't get more than 3 years out of this ceramic coating. So I know how the vehicles get kept and maintained, but I know the battery's gonna die soon, so I'm gonna get coating here real quick, see how much we can get done, and hopefully get the battery charged up a little bit and capture some coating of the wheels as well as the glass. So let's go. Finished up ceramic coating the paint on the vehicle. We've now moved on to the wheels. For doing the wheels, for moving the wheels from a Tesla or a lot of high-end vehicles, they have an air ride suspension, so that has to be disabled before you remove the wheels. So I basically had to put it in the highest mode setting for the suspension. You disable the air ride suspension, you hit jack mode. Once it goes into jack mode here, it's safe to jack up the car, remove the wheels so you don't damage basically the air ride suspension, and also there's proper lift points, which I'll show you here in just a second, where I'll be lifting the vehicle up from, so you don't damage the very, very expensive battery underneath the vehicle there. All right, so we just got the lug nuts, or the lug nut caps, removed from the wheel itself, or from the lug nuts right here. This is the floor jack we'll be using. All real quick is there's probably like a proper tool for removing these caps from it, but I just use a flathead screwdriver with some tape wrapped around here. So when you get in there, you're not going to potentially scratch or scuff the wheel or damage it. Caps have been removed. This is a really nice little socket we have here that's got a coating around it, or some kind of nylon protective shield. Got the floor jack right here we'll be using. This is a low profile jack. We have our hockey puck, literally a hockey puck, on the jack, and our lift point for the Tesla here is going to be this little black square piece right there. That's where we lifting the vehicle up from. All right, getting ready to coat the wheels here. We'll be using the Stance Rim Coat by Kamikaze. I've been using this coating now for quite some time. I actually used it on my detail van to try it out. So any products I have before they go on a client's car are basically pretty extensively tested by myself to make sure I understand how they work, the kind of results are gonna yield for my clients. So when I talk to a client or potential client, I can kind of give them a realistic expectation of what they can see from the product that I'm offering. So I've tested this product for quite some time now. I'm really happy with the results, and now I'm offering to my clients. We'll be putting the coating here on the wheels. And then we have a new coating that I'm not offering quite yet, but it is the Kamikaze coating. I'll talk here in a second. It's gonna be going on the glass. So more to come out here in just a second, but let's get these wheels knocked out. Alright guys, wrapping up the detail here on the beautiful Tesla Model S, P100D that is. This is the fast one right here. It's a really cool car. Anyways guys, coated all the paint, everything turned out and looks really good on it. Just finished up the wheels here. It is still set in the off-road mode, which looks kind of cool right here. I think it's actually called the very high mode, or the very very high setting, not off-road mode, which would be a cool mode they have for the car, even though it's not really, you don't really take it off-road. But anyways, it's still lifted up in the jack mode setting. I have to disable that. All the wheels have been torqued on it. Very important steps when you guys remove wheels. Make sure you guys are torquing the wheels to the correct torque settings for the vehicle. Anyways, I want to get into real quickly here the glass coatings itself, what I am using, and what I'm going to potentially be using here in the near future. So currently I am using the Geon Repel. I've been using this for years. Very happy with it. It's a great product all around. But I am a Kamikaze installer. I like their products. They have a great line of products, great durability. All their products are made in-house, which is very, very important to me, that I'm not getting some third-party sourced out coating, something like that along those lines. So I've been using Kamikaze for several years now. Very happy with their products overall. The Kamikaze Intenso Window Coat is what I'm going to be potentially offering here to my clients in the near future. Reason why I'm not offering it quite yet is I like to do all my own testing first to see realistically, durability wise, performance wise, things like that, what this coating is going to offer my clients. And I like to basically give my clients a realistic expectation versus this going off what the manufacturer says. The manufacturer says it's going to last you X amount of time. Let's test it and see if it really lives up to that. This is something I like to do, so I'm not basically lying to my clients more or less, saying it's gonna, you can expect this out of it, and realistically it's not going to be that. So, you know, just here in this environment here in Southern California and San Diego more specifically, maybe we'll see less performance time out of it than at a different location, just because of our climate here. So anyways, this is to come here in the near future. This is what I'll be applying today or tomorrow. Actually, I'll be back tomorrow to apply this right here. So I'm wrapping up the video here, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to post up down below. I've got a lot more cool videos and content coming in the very near future, so if you guys are not already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the like button, and I'll talk to you guys soon again. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. I'll talk to you later.